Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today I'm going to be doing my NBA Western Conference predictions for the 2023-24 season. The Western Conference is stacked. I mean, I'm saying this, and I believe it when I say this, that I look at 14 out of 15 teams in the Western Conference, and I look at the 14 teams, and I say, all these teams can be a top 10 team, which is good enough for the play-in in the Western Conference. The only team I really don't see being top 10 worthy in the Western Conference is, the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, they're young. They have a great future. I just don't see this being their year. But everybody else in the Western Conference, I think, is play-in eligible, and that's what makes the Western Conference tough. Everybody has a shot. It's not like everybody has a shot to win a championship in the Western Conference, because that's just not true. But really, I think the only teams that have a shot to win the championship in the Western Conference are the Suns, the Nuggets, the Lakers, and the Warriors. And if you wanted to, maybe you can throw in the Thunder and the Clippers. But there's what ifs with that. Both teams have to be healthy. Really, everybody has to be healthy. But I think the Warriors, the Lakers, or the Nuggets, or the Suns can lose a guy or two and still have a chance to win a championship, because those are the most stacked teams in the Western Conference right there. But let's get into my Western Conference predictions. It's going to be a great season. The Western Conference is going to be better than ever. I'm telling everybody right now. But at 15, I have the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, I like their team. You got DeAndre Ayton, you got Scoot Henderson, you got Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe. You got a solid young team, but it's going to take some developing. Maybe next year they'll be better, but I think it's going to be another year of losing for the Portland Trailblazers. I have them at 15. And then another team, young, productive. I think they'll be solid. I think they'll be better than they were last year. It's the same seeding, but I think they'll be a better team. You know, I mean, honestly, you know, being the 14th seed is not that. I don't think it's that bad in the Western Conference. I mean, it's not great, but I mean, I think a 14th seed, you know, can have potentially 30 wins, or if not more than that. I mean, this Western Conference is stacked, and you can be all the way down at 14 and potentially, you know, not be a regular 14th seed. And they have a good team. It's Victor Wembanyama's rookie year. I'm just worried, you know, when I'm thinking about, putting the Spurs in the standings, I'm just thinking that he's going to have a little bit of trouble playing in his rookie year. I have no doubt that he won't be successful. It's just about the lack of how much he plays. We've seen injuries being a problem for him. I know we saw him look great in a 5-game span of the preseason, which I only think he played in 4 of them. But now here's a full 82-game season. You're a rookie. So if he plays 65 games, I think he wins Rookie of the Year. But I still think the Spurs, they're young. They have a great future. But I think this, as of right now, I got the Spurs at 14. And then at 13, this one could upset some people. At 13, I have the Jazz. The Jazz, they're solid. They have a great team. Like I said, the Western Conference is stacked, and it's going to be very interesting to see how the Western Conference plays out. I got the Jazz at 13. I've always liked the Jazz. I liked the Jazz going into last season. I just think it's going to be interesting to see how the Jazz do this year. But as of right now, I have them at 13 in the Western Conference. Then at 12. Now, this one might surprise a lot of people, and a lot of people could be very upset about it. I have the Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies at 12, not even making it into the play-in. I mean, look at their team. I mean, Ja Morant, they have a great team. Marcus Smart's been traded. They traded for Marcus Smart, but I mean, look, they just lost their starting center. Steven Adams is out for the season. That's not a huge loss, but it is a very decent loss, because they're losing a starting center who provides great defense, good rebounding, and decent scoring. Also, their best player, Ja Morant, is suspended for 25 games. And not only is he suspended for 25 games, but there is in danger. I don't think Ja will get into trouble again, but definitely could happen again. So I just not feeling great about this Grizzlies team this year. I have them at 12 right now. They should be good defensively with Jaren Jackson Jr. and Marcus Smart, so that could change things. But no Ja for the first 25 games. Steven Adams is out for the season. Brandon Clark is going to be out for a long time with a torn Achilles, and he's one of the best backup players off the bench. So I think this Grizzlies team will be rough in the Western Conference. I think they'll be one of the most disappointing surprises. At 11, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think there's a lot of stuff going on in Minnesota right now, whether Karl-Anthony Towns is going to get traded or not. I think that's going to affect this team a little bit. But I think they'll be good, but the Western Conference is stacked. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I think they'll be in the chance to make it in the play-in right down the end of the season. But who I have at number 10 might shock a lot of people. This is non-biased because the Houston Rockets are going to surprise a lot of people. They're great defensively. They in the preseason they put up the best defensive stats out of all NBA teams, and they're great defensively. They're led by a great head coach in Ime Udoka. They have young talent and veteran talent with Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks, and also their young talent Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun. This team is going to surprise a lot of people. I'm telling you guys, the Rockets are going to be pretty good. I mean, it's not like they're gonna win a championship, but a lot of people have them, in the bottom of the Western Conference, and I just think that they're in the middle. But I think the Rockets will surprise a lot of people. At number 9, I have the New Orleans Pelicans. The only reason I have the Pelicans this low is just because the Pelicans have been having a lot of injury problems already, and the season hasn't started. They just lost Najee Marshall for 2 weeks. Trey Murphy is going to be out till mid-end November with an injury. Larry Nance Jr. and Jose Alvarado got hurt. They're questionable to start the season. So they got a lot of injuries right now. And also their best player is injury-prone. So I think out of all teams in the Western Conference, the Pelicans are going to be the injury bug team. But I still think they'll find a way to make it into the play-in game and they would face off against the Houston Rockets. At number 8, I have the Dallas Mavericks. A lot of people are thinking the Dallas Mavericks are going to be a bottom team in the Western Conference, but with Luka and Kyrie, a full year of Luka and Kyrie and some of the guys they've added in, I think this team will be okay. They're not going to be great. I think with having Luka and Kyrie, your expectations should be bigger than an 8 seed, but I think that's what they will be. At 7, I have the Sacramento Kings. The Kings were great last year, but the Western Conference has got better, and still think the Kings will be good this year, but I just think that you're going to see a little bit of less production from the Kings than you saw last year. At 6, I have the Los Angeles Clippers. I mean, I think this is a big what if. I mean, can they stay healthy? If they stay healthy, I think they are a 6 seed, a 6 or 5 seed. But if they're not healthy, I think they're in the bottom of the play-in, like the 10 to 8, if not 7. Right now I got them at 6, but that's if they're healthy. If they're healthy, they're the 6 seed. But if not, I think they're in danger of not even making it into the top 10. All right. And then at number 5, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder are going to be great this year. I mean, Chet Holmgren's first year. Their young talent is getting older. Shea, Jalen Williams, and Lou Dort, some of the other guys they have on their roster. They're going to be really good. They're going to shock a lot of people. They've improved this year. And number 4, the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors adding in Chris Paul. I'm a little worried about how the Chris Paul experiment's going to go, but I think it'll be okay. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the Warriors play on the road this season after last year. But I think the Warriors will still find themselves to be a top 4 seed in the Western Conference. At number 3, I have the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are going to be great, but I don't see them being better than the 2 teams I have next. At number 2, I have the reigning champions, the Denver Nuggets. And at number 1, I have the Phoenix Suns. So full recap, 15 Blazers, 14 Spurs, 13 Jazz, 12 Grizzlies, 11 Timberwolves, 10 Rockets, 9 Pelicans, 8 Mavericks, 7 Kings, 6 Clippers, 5 Thunder, 4 Warriors, 3 Lakers, 2 Nuggets, and one are the Phoenix Suns. So that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts and let me know your Western Conference predictions, and peace out.